Greetings, viewers. Welcome to episode 26, the conclusion of Book 1 of Tales of Witternock, Tale of Cybil's Spear, our actual play D&D 5e game. I'm Silver. As always, I'll be your storyteller this evening, and with me are our players, AJ, Dustin, Jeff, Conrad, and Ernie. For those of you tuning in for the first time, or if you've missed a session, we'd like to encourage you to check out our previous sessions, which you can find on YouTube at the link in the About section of our Twitch channel. You'll also notice in the About section of our Twitch channel a link over to our Discord server if you are so inclined to join us over there. Can spend some time interacting with the players. And we may have some opportunities for some guest spots in future episodes. And if you're inclined to maybe want to participate, that would be a good way to get a hold of us. So, before we begin, I want to thank Smiteworks for Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice, Sirenscape for our amazing ambient sound effects and music, and Wizards of the Coast for Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. Tales of Witternock is not affiliated with any of these companies other than the use of their products. With that, previously on the Tale of Cybil's Spear. The party faced off against Devere, the Witherlord, and his Wither minions at Thornwatch Keep in Maidenthorn, and after a hard-fought battle, defeated the fiend, reducing him to a withered corpse on the ground. They were able to rescue a few captives, including Jenica, a Fireheart criminal named Glinda, and a member of the Thornwatch named Weatherly. Weatherly went off to ring the bell, letting the town know that the threat had been defeated, and the party emerged from the keep to find survivors starting to fill the streets. The party had a mission to complete, so they made their way to the dock to find the Dark Maiden coming into port and the familiar figure of Captain Clever Eye waving to them. Receiving a parting gift from Jenica, they boarded the Dark Maiden and headed for Six Bells. Our tale resumes after 5 days at sea as the Dark Maiden comes into port in the free city of Six Bells. You're greeted by the sight of the busy port, along with its attendant smells of fish and brine. Port is busy with numerous ships loading and unloading on each side of you. Captain Clever Eye greets the group before you disembark. I wish I could say it's been a pleasure, but you lot seem to attract more trouble than I care for. No offense, but I hope it is a long while before our paths cross again. Crew will get your cargo unloaded as soon as possible and send along word to Honoria that you're back. I mean, we can cart the cargo over there if you want, or if you want to take it over yourselves. I suppose that's up to you.
I don't think that. Good.
It's been real fun. I honestly can't remember the last time I've been on a boat, but I think we'll take the supplies in hand if you wouldn't mind. And who knows, maybe the next time we come into contact, things might go a little bit smoother.
Let's hope for that. That sounds like a great thing.
Right, we've troubled you enough. We'll go ahead and take everything off from here.
That is what I was going to say as well.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck, and yeah, like you said, Mr. Kiesel, maybe next time, a little bit more pleasant circumstances, and a little bit less withered, undead, crazy-ass shit.
Who knows? Maybe we'll find warmer beaches and warmer sands next time.
Captain, I wish you clear skies and calm seas ahead of you.
Much appreciated.
Is everybody kind of there for us as we disembark? Or is it just the captain who kind of walked us down the deck?
The rest of the crew all seems to be in charge of making sure that everything gets set up on getting docked properly, getting the gangplank out, getting cargo unloaded as quick as possible. They're all very, very eager, and you picked up this over the 5 days. No one wants to be on this boat any longer than they have to, because they were sitting in that harbor for a long-ass time trying to avoid the crazy critters in town. So
Very fair.
They are all very, very much looking to make port and get going. So they are all very, very diligent getting their work done, and they get your cargo unloaded as quickly as possible.
I'll turn to Kiesel as we're like having our little chit chat and say, Kiesel, oh, sorry, pardon me. Kiesel, do you think we should help them out a little? They sort of took a lot for us, you know?
I mean, they get paid to do this, but as he's saying this, any laborer on the ship, I want to try to approach and slide off 3 pieces of gold.
Alfred will pick up and sort of like mimic.
I don't know how many people. I want to say 5, but there might be a lot of people working on this boat. So
How many
There's a
are?
lot more than 5.
Yeah, there's like 20.
Close to like 30.
30? Oh.
oh shit.
Yeah, they're
okay.
down to about 25. They're a few short, obviously. One that we're aware of, but there's a few others that are missing too.
I don't think we'll be like thorough, but like anyone that as they pass, just
Yeah.
like I'd say probably like I'll mark off like 60 gold. How's that?
Seems fair.
Okay.
You'd run into about 12 people. That seems fine.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll mark off about 40-ish.
Zetri's gonna give 5 gold to 4 specific individuals: Eudoxia, Captain, Hollis, and Chalet. Are they all 4 still there? There aren't any of the missing folks?
All those people are there, correct?
Cool.
Oh, point. How much gold did we each get? Because I still have 0 in my personal inventory.
I think, is it just in our
Collectively, you are sitting on 250 platinum, 5,800 gold, 3 silver, and 8 copper. There's also another 67 gold in there. I just rounded, but
I think
that has not been divided. If you want me to divide it, I can just pick it to everybody's inventory. I've
I
already.
think
Did we
so
do
sorry.
that?
No, I was going to say when we did the calculations last time, we have about collectively between us around 11,500 gold.
Jeez, that's so much money.
If we sell the gemstones and all of that, if we want to buy a house, we might need to keep some of that pooled money.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment.
I mean,
Who
just for
is
the
going to be carrying all the, because we still have items sitting in your guys' inventory too, as to the who wants to carry the gemstones. There's that dice, the pouch of broken glass with eyes painted on it.
possibly the gemstones. I guess will sit with Alfred in the bag of holding.
You know what? Can Salinas have the bag of glass with eyes on it?
Sure.
I have some ideas.
Okay.
Who wanted that gold die that always rolled ones? Kiesel?
Oh, he's thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I took the brooch, but I'll hold on to the die too. I'll hold on to it. I'll borrow it.
It's a very like Kiesel item, I feel.
Whew.
Nice.
Yo,
Okay.
Alpha
now I
gets Zircon.
Cool.
can. Yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and mark off 60.
How much would proper funerary rites go for like sailors? Like whenever you don't specifically have the body, but it's more like an honor of.
You know, like, what are you wanting to do? Because
Like if they had a
It
bounty?
can be done for free. There's
Like-
what you would need to do.
like hold a mass in their service or something.
Yeah, yeah. Just for all of the, would that be like proper for a ship of sailors, or do they just come on full knowing well that they might not come back? What is the, I guess, commitment to those that they've lost? Because we all know that most people would be okay with Zircon's loss, but if there's about 5 people missing, maybe they want to lump them all in.
And you didn't pick up any confirmation from anybody over the 5-day journey that anybody knows for sure what happened to the other 4 people, other than they went with Zircon on saying they were leaving the crew. Whether they died or not, nobody knows.
Zedry would decide that they died.
Oh my god.
Ain't no way.
It could be amongst the survivors.
Maybe. But, okay, then in that case, yeah, Zedry won't offer any more for like an at-sea funeral if they kind of like just left. There was I guess, sentiment that most people weren't too fond of Zircon, and therefore the people who closely associated with him as well, or cool. So
Pick up your cargo and head into town.
Yes, sir.
So taking this directly to Honoria, right? Does that mean that we need to go to like the underground place?
Yes, Cedric, it does mean we need to that underground place.
I mean, unless anyone wants to use the little men's room, no offense, or maybe if someone needs to get the vomit out, or maybe when someone wants to get a bite to eat, but I would figure that the most expeditious route would be the best. Just, I'll kind of lean into Zedry, just so we don't have to hold on to this shit any more than we've had to. It was worth a lot of fucking trouble.
Zedry nods in agreement.
Yeah, let's get the information that this has been troubling us for.
Yeah, Kiesel's just kind of
if,
doing one of these.
you don't mind, I'm going to check in at home. If the rest of you want to go check in with Honoria and get this over there, I think it would be proper that we get that taken care of as soon as possible. And I will go check in at the estate and make sure everything's good there. Let them know that we're back. Just want to meet back there a little bit later.
Yes.
Cool.
I mean, I don't have anyone else to say, so I think that would be best.
Splendid. That would be great. I will see you all after a bit. Vault. Toodles off.
Glenda is still with us, correct? The girl
That's
that
up to you.
picked up. Oh,
Vault takes Brendel, so
yeah. Zedry would just say, "Hey, are we good if maybe she joins us, and maybe she could be employed by Honoria? That way, you would have like another good deed in your corner, bringing in possible employees. I mean, I'm sure that's a good thing, right?" And he's looking between Kiesel and Salinas.
DM, what is the likelihood that Alt would have already recruited Linda over this 5-day journey?
pretty slim.
Okay.
Some failed attempts at persuading her to go on the straight and narrow and maybe sign up at the temple when got here, and didn't go anywhere. I was already on agreement with the rest of you as to hop on a ride and going with you to go someplace else, so I don't remember exactly who spoke to her last session and proposed the idea of her leaving with you.
Do we
Want to say Zedri?
It was me.
Was at 3? Yeah, was.
out of earshot of her, do we take her straight to Honoria? Do we take her through the way? Or do we need to send a message?
My vote is I don't think we take her through the secret passage with the secret code to Honoria. Don't we just catch and release? Let her go free?
No, it's. I mean,
You know, I mean, unless we do the more unsavory thing and put a bag over her head just so she doesn't see it, but I don't want to spook anybody, to be honest.
why are we talking about any of these methods? I think that we should probably just take her with us. She needs to turn around, then so be it. I can wait outside of the building.
Well, does anybody have a means of magically deafening somebody? Maybe temporarily blinding somebody? Well, just because this is sensitive, all the sensitive things that we've been talking about. So, especially the entrance verbal code
Or
passport.
we could just. Why do we need to take responsibility for her? We get her passage here.
Why don't we just ask her? We could just, you know, hey, you want a job?
Let's do that then.
Speaking of,
But we can't offer her a job.
would you like to meet somebody? Okay.
Yeah. All right. We'll turn to her. How far away is she from us?
Where are you? Just
I
at the
think
edge
we.
of the docks, just about to head into town.
Yeah. But I guess we just have our cargo sitting next to us. We're just sitting meandering, taking up space in the port.
Yeah,
People are getting mad at us.
We're off the boat for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Glinda is over talking to somebody with a wagon.
She looks fine.
Shit, no!
She waves over to you.
Actually, waves
Motions
us
for you
over
to head
to
over.
or walk over. Or I think she wants to speak with us. Now, Ferb will just start making his way.
Citri will too.
Gifford was gonna stay and watch the goods.
What
Hey
about...
there, looks like you got off well.
Yeah, this bloke here, he, we can hire his wagon, carry stuff. I mean,
That
I
sounds
don't really want to carry stuff. I mean, if you're done with me, I could head off, but
No, actually, we were talking amongst ourselves. We know this individual, the same one who hired us, and we were wondering if you were looking for a place to go. I guess we don't know if she's necessarily asking for it, but someone to talk to.
suppose everything I hear, you don't have coin in the city. It's staying in some sort of relief refugee center. So if you got some other place that I can possibly get some work or a place to stay, that would be terrific.
The caveat that we have is the way that we go to see her is a little it's not for prying eyes, is what I should say. So we might have to do something creative to ensure the privacy of the benefactor that we've been so kind to me.
Give me a persuasion.
That was nearly a 16.
When you say creative,
There's a
mind
passage.
elaborating?
Yeah, of course. I don't mean to spook or startle you. It's just that the way that we go is not one that they want others to know about, and there is another set of words that we know to get into a location. And of course, that's confidential information, and I assume that you understand that they might not want us to disclose that without first meeting you.
It's reasonable. So what do you want me to do? I mean, go find some place to hang out until you check into things? You want me to go along and then just like someplace you're gonna tell me to get lost?
Yeah, there's two options. Either we go to Honoria ourselves, and then we can find a place for you to stay for a bit, and then go off to Honoria, see if she's open to the meeting, and then go from there. Or if you want to come with us, I think the best way would be just a blindfold for the route, and then honestly, if you were far enough away and cover your ears, and as long as you don't hear what we're saying to get in, I think that would be okay. But Bree, it's your decision.
Wrong. I appreciate everything you folks did for me, getting me out of that place. And I'm not overly keen on being blindfolded and guided through the streets. So, I mean,
Understood.
I'm sure I can. There's got to be a tavern around here somewhere. Hang out for a bit and just meet up with you later.
Yeah, you have some coin on you, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, just hand
Pulls
over
out,
like
3 coppers and 2 silvers.
I'll give her 3 gold and be like, just go ahead and have at it. We'll call you in a bit. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan.
Does she seem like she's going
this
to?
place is good.
Does she seem like she's honest in this? Especially since
Does
she
she
had
seem like
said...
she's honest?
Yeah, like she said it's because of like
In
what
general,
you did
no,
for me.
you don't get a vibe. Yeah,
Oh.
you don't get an honest vibe off of her, like, overall, but you can insight check this particular.
Okay.
Yeah, I also wanted to insight check as I'm handing over the coin, like, you're gonna stay with us, right? Wow, it's great rolls tonight.
Solid. Progressively getting one higher.
The more time you take off from D&D,
Convinced
shittier
that
your
she's
rolls are.
going to, she's heading to the tavern.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, look at that, dino worked.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a little late, but it worked.
I got there.
It's doing its best.
As they,
She actually heads off to the tavern that you guys first hung out with Captain Chars in. The not overly pleasant, but quite boisterous Sailor's Tavern.
All right. Back to Yofordir. Let's pick up the goods.
I would have stayed behind with Yofridir, and I would have kind of leaned into chit chat and like, as those guys were talking to her. You know, I think she might be lying, but I'm just so focused on trying to get this to Honoria, and I've been thinking about some new workout routines too in the next couple of weeks to try. You know, some like, if we can find someone to maybe dangle our legs from and like push some weights off our chest on like a hanging incline or something like that. You know, maybe see how many kilometers the miles. I don't even know what this place uses. You know, how the width of the island. Maybe do some running.
A history check.
Definitely something to keep in mind. Maybe we can get with Alfred about that press idea.
Oh, maybe something like a machine that, like, with springs that can kind of help keep the weights off. Well, but then the machine does the work for you in a way.
A little
How
help
about
never
you?
hurts with heavy things.
How about you do this work? How would you get your work out by picking up these crates and carrying them across town for us? Huh?
Oh, yes, mother.
Also,
How heavy
DM,
are these crates?
speaking of, did there was an individual that had a cart
Yeah.
that we were pointed out to. Is he just still standing around?
He's just sitting in his wagon looking for somebody to hire him to cart cargo into town.
Okay.
There's a lot of boats, so in a short manner of time, he'll probably find somebody else.
Are you boys done? Can I go talk to Cartman?
Yeah, you can talk to Cartman.
Cartman. Hello, sir. How are you doing? You have a cart for hire?
Oh, you the ones that needed a cart?
Yeah. We're just going a little ways. Just in town. Well, I mean, obviously, can't go far. How much you're looking to let her go for a bit?
Where you headed? What district?
Damn, what district is
It's the
The Shadow
Noctalis
District.
district. Yeah.
the Shadow? We're heading out to the Shadow District.
A Shadow District? Probably 5 silver.
I'll pop him 7. Alfred's got money. He's like,
We're screwed.
Right. You need help loading any of this? Be right on top of that. He's already hopping off his cart and heading over to go join in with the carrying these crates and barrels.
oh, I won't stop him.
Guess we'll just assist as well then. Try to get it done as quickly as possible.
Short manner of time that you guys get this loaded. Some are heavier than others, but for the most part, they're all. Even with some of you with lower strength scores, it is not a problem to go and pick these things up and get them loaded. And guy with the wagon sets off. Any of you that there's room that you could probably have a couple people ride on the back of it.
Yeah, Alfred will right up front if he can. Is there, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just sit on to the back with my legs hanging off.
Would the
Axe
cart
across my leg.
would the cart be moving necessarily like fast, or would I be able to keep up like alongside it?
Oh, it's not going terribly fast. There's too many people in the street and stuff, so you
Yeah.
can easily walk along.
I just want to look mean walking across, making sure no one gets any funny ideas with these boxes.
Yeah, I'll probably walk then too.
Zedri will sit on the back then.
Kicking his legs.
Somebody, yeah, I want that experience.
Sir, I appreciate your help. I never caught your name.
Hank. And you are?
My name is Alfred A. Yates from Eagle Fall.
Holds out his hand to shake your hand.
Will return. And did you say Ike?
Hank.
Hank. Okay, it cut off at that exact second.
Eek.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, so, you hauling these off to a tavern or, some shop? What do we got? Got was
So,
eyeing over what he helped haul.
It's a shop.
Yeah, we're just hauling some goods for sale.
Well enough. Seem to be doing pretty well for yourself, giving tips and all that.
I appreciate you. Yeah, we're looking to expand our business, hopefully. Working some other sorts of dealings instead of just carrying cargo.
What kind of goods you sell? I might know some folks that might be interested to help you out with that.
Well, I'm working on some mechanical endeavors right now with another separate individual, but I can keep you some good updates on that. My friend in the back, he works with mostly pottery goods and whatnot, and he does funeral rites, and we do a whole sort of other sort of service industry type things as well.
Gifford will speak up from the back. I mostly just hit things.
He's good at that. He's great at that, actually.
One makes pottery, and that one breaks things. Does he break the pottery so that he can sell more pottery?
He better not. Central
I'll look towards
Actually-
like Salinas' direction. That would be a very good insurance idea. Though.
I did some reading, and broken pottery is actually very good for being used in the creation of new pottery because it helps form the clay better.
You know, there's a story back home of a little half-elven man comes in wearing green, smashing all your pots.
It was like Zedri's
Really?
worst nightmare.
Is it like a child's tale from your homeland, or?
Well, it's kind of a thing to, I guess, the point of the story is maybe not be greedy, but not have so many pots of your own things to share the wealth, I suppose.
Right, right.
Yeah, but instead of sharing it, then you're breaking it. Well, I guess you could share the pieces in a way.
Sometime you have to tell me the rest of that story. I kind of whispers over to you, Alfred. Like, don't quite get it, but yeah. So whereabouts?
That's great.
Shadow District. We'll just head up over here, and you're approaching the gate into the Shadow District at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you straight ahead. Where do I need to be going?
How far can
Also,
we lead
I'll
him?
move to- Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, how far can we lead him before we can't lead him anymore? Like,
I'm just up to you as to how close do you want to get. Just stay at a distance and call it good.
Yeah, sir. I think that we'll unload the goods here. We just have a little bit farther to go. We appreciate your help getting it all the way out here.
He just keeps going with the wagon and just kind of looking forward, watching. Pretty busy and active city at the moment. As to a lot of activity going on, a lot of people moving around. Temperatures here are good improvement over what you were dealing with in Baral. Still a little bit of a chill to the air, but we're probably high 50s at this point, so we're getting back to good temperatures.
Oh, it's like freezing.
No snow.
Oh, true.
Yes, no precipitation, gentle breeze, good heat off the sun, cloudless sky. And you just pass a pretty easygoing trip and start to get to where you feel like you're probably maybe equivalent of a city block away.
Mm-hmm. We'll look for some place that's not completely jam-packed with people, and make our way off to the side and unload stuff.
All right, he follows your lead as to where you point him to go and pulls off to the side. Just kind of looking around at the different buildings, like, so which one we need to drop the stuff off to? And he's already getting off the wagon, going to help unload.
Oh, there's too many people. We'll just carry it the rest of the way. That'll be fine.
Yeah, but we
no,
do appreciate the wheels.
I'm gonna whisper to Kiesel. We could just have him help us unload it outside the shop, and then we carry it inside.
I mean, I think we loaded it by ourselves, though.
Yeah, right here is fine, sir. We appreciate you, Hank.
All right, he goes and he's unloading stuff and then just setting it on the ground next to the wagon.
Zedril will try to like drop a crate next to him and just be like, "Hey, is there a reason why the streets are so busy right now?"
Well, just weather's brightening up. Everybody kind of gets that little bit of a end of the year fever. Get a little bit excited for the holiday and all that, and getting their shops all ready to go for the spring season. And the farmers are getting ready to go work the crops over in the root district, and just everybody kind of hibernates away a little bit during the winter months, and so gets a lot more busier here on the streets of Six Bills when spring hits.
Yeah, I mean the time is really really flown by, and he kind of like scans over the rest of the party.
Not as bad
Seems
as
dull
it's
to
flown
you.
by before.
Right, well, thanks you for your business. Yeah, you ever need any transport services in Six Bills again? Just look for Hank. Me and Molly here, we do our best to transport cargo. Hopefully you are satisfied with our services, and tell your friends.
Yes, sir. Do you usually preside down by the docks there? Or do you have a permanent place of residence?
I mean, I got a house over in the Flame District, but, usually out down there before morning and stay out till a little bit past dark and head home for the day. But, yeah, if you need me, you can usually find me down at the docks.
All right, sir. Well, Alfred will extend his hand for a handshake. It was a pleasure doing business.
Certainly. You. Nice lot. Sure you're fine with hauling all this? I mean, you look like some good, strong, strapping lads, but, I'm happy to help. No charge.
It's quite fine. We appreciate your offer. But yes, you said we do have a couple of strong individuals with us, and I can carry a fair bit myself.
Sure you can. Suit yourself. Me and Molly will get back down and see if we can't catch a couple more loads today, so.
Yes, sir.
Which-
Good luck.
You guys are sitting around like 6:30 in the morning. You guys came in bright and early, so
Ooh.
you're right in the middle of the morning rush of people waking up and getting things set up, and it's just getting busier and busier as time goes on.
Oh, here's hoping we're not waking up Honoria from her beauty sleep.
I mean, we're still on schedule, so.
Money waits for nobody.
Money does wait for nobody. That is correct.
Money never sleeps.
She's a
And I'm-
businesswoman, and I'm sure the casino's 24 hours.
All right. Alfred will pick up like a crate. Let's get going.
How heavy are these crates?
40 pounds?
Very.
60 pounds?
You got a couple that are closer to like keg size barrels that you have to carry that, besides the fact that liquid inside, so that's a whole pleasantness to go carry around as they slosh and kind of adjust in your arms. But Frenier, with your strength, you could probably grab two of those things and be carrying with a crate on top, as long as somebody's guiding you where to go, so you didn't know where you're walking.
That'll work, because I actually did calculate my carry weight. It's 270 pounds, which honestly seems kind of low.
That begs the question, how many crates are there?
I'd have to go back to my notes to find the specific number that I gave you when you picked them up, but there are several
That does
barrels,
sound-
several crates. Between all of you guys, you're going to have to each carry at least a couple things, but you should be able to.
My max is 240, so could I do 2 kegs like this?
I think there was 3 barrels, if I remember correctly, so everything else is crates.
Oh, well then I'll just carry the
So you could
crate.
probably stack a couple crates with one arm and have a barrel in the other arm.
I could.
Yep.
You could take a small one.
We're not doing anything strenuous today, are we?
Oh, no, but maybe a mage hand from Vault. Oh, why do we let that little bastard go so easy?
No, it's fine. I've got it. Alfred will. How do I want to do this? First, he will take out a large cylinder out of his bag, and he will aim at the largest, like I guess one of the kegs, and he will sort of like put it on and just sort of like ignite a small like fuse. It'll blast out a little bit, and it'll reduce the barrel.
Okay.
And then after that, he's going to take out another small canister, gather as many of the crates into a pile as possible, and then he's going to cast web. He's going to a giant net is going to come out, and it's going to enwrapple as many crates as possible, like 4, I guess, 6.
I think you could probably get 6 of them.
6, yeah.
Plus
All
your
right.
miniature mini keg you've made.
Yeah. Alfred will pick up
You
the
make
mini
yourself
keg.
a cargo net. You make yourself your makeshift cargo net.
How's that? Go figure. Do you think you can get the net?
I think I should be able to manage.
Salinas.
Yeah, with that, you're in good shape as to carrying everything.
Oh, cool. Zedri will still ask for Salinas and Alfred super quick, and offer to cast enhance ability on them for just helpful assist, just in case.
In what? We're talking to Honoria?
No. Oh, I didn't really think about that. Should I focus on that more? I thought that we could
Yeah.
have had like the social pot covered.
Oh, in short, I am very bad at hearing things.
That's fine. Then maybe we should go ahead and focus on that instead.
Yeah, I think we're in good shape. I appreciate it though.
Yes, thank you.
Onward and upward.
All right.
Onward and
As you
upward.
gather up all your cargo and start heading off, kind of taking back paths in between buildings to try and stay out of sight of anybody who might be, like if Hank's still watching or anything like that. If Glinda got curious and followed you, anything. Not like overtly trying to be sneaky, just a matter of take the back roads because you're trying to protect this entrance. Keys will give me a survival with advantage.
Survival with advantage.
Dirty 20? All right, we can work with that.
Oh, nice.
You do a pretty darn good job of navigating your way through these back streets. This is your 3rd trip to Honoria's place, so it's not like this is completely foreign territory at this point. But you kind of get to where you think you're supposed to be, and things don't look the same. A little bit disconcerting to look and see the little shack that you entered in through before, where the little old lady was sitting, is under construction. And there are construction crews coming and going and moving about and ripping down walls, putting up new ones, switching things out to wooden walls from some pretty rough daub and plaster that are getting upgraded. it appears. Potentially no ownership, kind of don't really know what's going on, but definitely a facelift that's taking it away from being the old, rundown, nondescript shack that you entered through before.
The little lady isn't there, is she? Or am I just on the outside?
You're on the outside at this point, so you don't know.
Okay. Are there any laborers that are near?
They're all over the place. I mean, there's people up working, there's people coming and going.
Okay, is there like a foreman or like a head guy or somebody who looks more important than the other?
Give me a perception or an investigation.
We'll turn to the Slanus. Should you message Honoria?
I mean, I can try, but if she's not within like 100 feet of me, it's not going to work.
Oh, right. We could head off to the casino, probably.
That's through the air.
Well, I mean, like, could we figure out about where it would be under, and then you would be in range?
Remind me, we had bags placed over our heads in the tunnels the first time we went there, correct?
But the tunnels are a twisted, turning maze, basically, that you went down steps that zigzagged and went in all sorts of different directions, purposely to try and disorient you as to where you're at. So trying to figure out where this is actually located underneath would be a disadvantage roll.
What kind of roll would it be? Give it the old college try.
It'd be a survival. And Diesel, you do locate somebody you think is in charge with your 19.
Hold on a second.
Oh!
You don't have a flippin' clue. You know that you have no flippin' clue. Nowhere on Earth where you'd even start to look.
Kind of check was it?
Survival.
Survival. Okay, fuck.
Yoforder will give it a shot. Try and remember kind of at least a direction. Nah. Probably underground somewhere, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, so if I'm understanding correctly, this was the place, but we don't have the place now, right? And Zidri's gonna set down the stuff that he was carrying.
As everybody is freaking out, I would like to approach the foreman guy. Excuse me. Hello, hi. How are you all doing? I have a couple quick questions, actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this all done over here. I mean, I don't have time to talk to you right now. I mean,
Do you have
come
time
back
to-
later.
Do you have time to talk for 10 gold, or is that too little?
Shit, yeah. Whatever you need. What can I do for you?
We have a delivery from the... I don't want to assume the previous owner, but we have a delivery from the owner before the facelift. If you don't mind, I mean, this is a facelift, right?
The owner of the shack?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, a shithole. I mean, there's not really much to do with that. I mean, kind of just looks around a little bit. I mean, lady? Big
Yeah.
lady?
Yeah, the big lady. I don't, just...
Yeah, it's the same old thing. You just go inside. It's upgrading.
Okay.
It's no big deal. Just
Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna put some of the stuff,
quick.
and I'll fetch him out 10 gold arenos.
Much appreciated. You need information anytime. You just come come looking for Tony.
Ah, yes, Tony. Thank you, Anthony. Yes. It's still inside, and I'm gonna grab the shit and just head on in like I work there.
Do work there.
You walk in and yep, there's still a little old lady, Myrtle, sitting over here in the corner, and she just points. There's no trap, no trick door or anything like that. Just points for you to head on down.
Good evening. Yes, thank you.
Good morning.
And
Oh, jeez. Good morning.
you head down through the tunnels, back through the twisty, turny tunnels, and
Good
end
morning.
up back at the entrance to the Fool's Gathering Casino down in the dungeons below. Doors sitting open, and it's a fairly sparse crowd inside. Not as active as it was the last time you were here, but good number of people given the very, very early hour. You catch sight of the handsome attendant that greeted you last time when you came in. Silently just kind of motions for you guys to come in. Also catch a giant individual, big bruiser fellow standing over by the money cages. Just kind of eyes you as you come in, checking everything out, kind of looking at you a little bit strange with all this cargo. He comes walking up. And see if I can pull up my picture here quick. Be that lucky. Things are going to work today. So, not finding my picture, so we'll skip it. Comes over to you and delivery's going back door, not through here.
Yeah, no, this is a special delivery, straight to the boss.
Oh, sorry. We don't know where the back door is. You direct us?
Yeah, come on. He leads you back out into the hallway, back the way you came, and then puts his hand up against the wall. And you watch as his hand just kind of like goes through the wall a little bit.
Another one of these.
Hear something turn, and then the wall just slides open. And on the other side, just a big long hallway, and he just kind of leads you in, motions for you to come in, and then leads you over to an area that opens up a door. Looks like a cold storage of some sort. Just put stuff in here.
Thank you. And I don't know if this would be too much to ask, maybe to seek an audience with Honoria after this.
Is she even awake?
Money never sleeps.
Oh, she's expecting you.
Good.
Right.
Drop our shit off in a corner. Make our way to the big lady.
Head back. He leads you back out, closes the door behind you, and leads you back into the casino proper. And just motions for you to head on over back to where you recall Honoria's office is at. Walking across the room, like I said, it's a pretty decent crowd inside. Good number of people gaming. Seems to be a little bit lighter atmosphere of nobody seems to care you're there versus the feeling before was almost like everybody was a little bit nervous about whoever came walking in. But you make your way towards the back. You're the nice smell of stale tobacco smoke and a bit of a chicken stock smell coming from the kitchens.
Delicious.
Comfortable, scrunch his nose up.
As you get about halfway across the casino, you see a familiar catfolk individual walking towards you, leaving Honoria's office. And he just kindly nods his head, the figure of Myland, the individual that you rescued back in episode 1. Just gives you a nice, polite smile as he heads out.
Give a little wave.
Yeah, return the smile.
You make your way back to Honoria's door and peek around the corner inside the room and see Honoria leaning back in her chair, her big giant legs up on the corner of the desk, relaxed, smoke ring leaving her mouth, heading out across the room as she goes and replaces the cigar back in her mouth.
Knock on the door.
I am going to open the door and swing my arms up. Honoria! How you doing?
Good morning, I suppose.
Yes. Good morning.
Welcome, friends. Trust your journey was a successful one. Any troubles along the way?
You would not believe it, actually.
Very slightly, but, you know, Jenica does send her regards.
Just good people, good people.
Yes, good people indeed.
Have any dealings, any of the rest of her crew? Devere, any of those other folks?
Not
Veer
much left
is-
of the Veer.
Veer sort of went, mad with power and assaulted the entire town.
Yeah, he,
He went all fundusy.
Sounds like a story that requires a little bit more explanation and maybe something to share over drinks. Let's take care of business. Ever cargo all intact? Everything good?
Everything
They
as
delivered fully intact.
in the room back there.
Splendid. You missing the little one? Didn't
He's
get injured or anything?
No.
he's
He does some family business.
Right? Yeah, you looking for some more work? You guys need some accommodations since you're back in town.
not to jump the gun so soon and, you know, but talking about business, us have fulfilled our end of the bargain, and you know it's just taken so much space in my mind. It's maybe if we could maybe perhaps see to the other end about some information about across the pond.
All right.
Not to kill the atmosphere, because please, out of all the people that we've met on this journey, I am glad to be back here and to be seeing you, of course.
Kiesel, you're good people. I don't mean to beat around the bush with anything. I did what I could. Turn up a little bit of information on your little failed job back there in Bavaria. Proved a bit tougher than I hoped it was going to be, but not fruitless. Wasn't able to track down a name or contact for Mr. X. But all is not lost. Honoria comes through in a pinch. Is able to confirm the name of the buyer you were ultimately transporting to was a dwarven trader named Zendofin Zorwin. Mostly works in the Sershan area. Primarily a broker for precious metals coming out of the mines in the Temptation Mountains. Not sure exactly what his dealings were, but he kind of had a little bit of a fit when things didn't go right, complaining, accusing everybody of blowing up his deal, causing problems for him. Didn't really keep his cool very well, so there was plenty of people willing to go tell stories about how he blew his top in response to the deal. I was able to get some of those individuals to confirm that information. I don't know exactly what you were transporting, but must have been pretty valuable for him to get that worked up. Suppose if you're going to try and get any more information, that's probably the next stop would be to go look into him and Surshan. I mean, I found some rumors and other things, but nothing that could really be confirmed, so I think that's probably the best bit of information.
Time out. Xandor and Dolphin? Can I get a name check?
Xandophin Zorwin.
Zan.
No, Zen.
Zen.
Yeah, I'll type it in the.
I was gonna say, could you spell that, please?
I got like Adolf Finso or something.
ZENDOFINZORWIN is how I got.
Okay.
Of course, it's the PH sounding like F. Darn it, curses.
Thank you. English.
Oh, God.
And then out of the what mountains and
Oh, it's
Surshan?
ZA.
Temptation Mountains, which is the whole eastern border of Bavaria, is the Temptation Mountains.
Okay.
Named for the riches that come out of them.
What was the name of the town?
Surshan,
Sure, Sean.
the town that you guys were headed for on that job.
Sure.
Okay. Also, because I can't seem to find this information was specifically in regards to this Avarian. There's no Tellurian stuff involved with Honoria, correct?
Correct. Yeah, the only thing she was looking
okay.
into was X and that job.
Is there any rumors on how perhaps your insight as a businesswoman, your stature, how would X have found us here?
Past experiences with X, which are admittedly limited, thankfully limited, has tendrils of web everywhere as to information. Finding out where people are is honestly minimal work for his organization. I suppose her organization. I'd like to think it's a her, but I mean, everything that I turned up was that there was no witnesses. Nobody survived. Nobody got out, with the exception, obviously, of the two of you. Leads me to believe that that's on purpose, that they are cleaning house and making sure that nobody knows anything about what went on. So if you do decide to head over there and dig into this deeper, I would advise you be very, very careful. You'll have targets on your back fairly quickly.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, jeez. Kiesel just kind of like grimaces a little bit. He's like, oh, fuck.
We seem to be in that position quite often.
I mean, I suppose if you want, probably the most prominent rumor as to who hit your caravan was some rebels in the area. Kind of got mixed stories as to several different accounts saying that it was rebels. One in particular brought up the name of a group called the Dead Foxes. Can't say familiar with that one. might be smaller operator. Based on the firepower you said they brought to the encounter, that might seem a little bit above their pay grade, but rebels kind of striking out against leadership in Averia might be responsible, trying to get goods, trying to get armaments, whatever might have been in there, might have just been stealing stuff for money. Like I said, it's all rumors and I couldn't confirm anything there, so...
Well, may they rue the day that they left him and I alive. But not today. Maybe I could go for a drink. Maybe a smoke.
Perhaps we tell you about what exactly happens in Mazenthorn. And in Airguard as well. That hasn't reached your ears yet.
I've heard bits and pieces, but didn't necessarily know any involvement that you lot had in it. I was kind of hoping you'd avoided all that.
Oh, we certainly tried.
We're sort of...
Never been good at that.
You may or may not have been the ones to actually kill the necromancer in Airguard.
Once gets out about these exploits, I'm sure you'll be making quite the name for yourselves. We can have all sorts of lucrative offers be too big for our little old Honoria and her casino anymore.
Which,
Oh, I don't know about that.
speaking of, has the casino seen an increase in business? I love the new facelift. And Tony, let me tell you, didn't know who I was. A little heard about that, but we swear things away pretty quickly.
A few changes around town. With the fighting pits being opened up there shortly before you folks left, things have kind of been transitioning a little bit more in my favor. I've been able to secure certain licenses and favors from individuals within the city government to kind of go legit.
Ah.
Well,
So,
good for you.
Secret entrances, code words, and whatnot no longer necessary. We have things pretty good place. I even bought the inn. There's an inn. Let's see. And she's like looking at the ceiling, trying to map out. She doesn't even know where everything exactly lines up.
Yeah, she takes the back door, not the front door.
Up here somewhere. If you go back out the way you came in, but turn and go the other direction. There's a path up to get you into the main floor of my new inn, Fool's Rest. I can set you up with rooms for the week if you need a place to stay. I can't promise anything beyond the week with the Life Day celebrations coming in here. I get a little bit busy. Sorry, love to help you out, but
right.
Right.
capitalize
Life
into
Day.
this.
It would be lovely. Thank you so much.
Actually, we were more into the idea of maybe investing in some real estate. If you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, if there is any real estate left on the small island to invest in.
Oh, things can be arranged. Are you looking to kind of just like looks over all of you and looks more at you, Kiesel, Yoverdir? I mean, you looking for things that are on the market, or are you looking for things to go on the market?
Something we wouldn't have anyone giving us problems about.
I
That
think
could be all lined
privacy.
up. I don't think anybody's going to give you guys problems.
Well, I think more so privacy is a high bargaining chip for us, as you can understand.
I mean, you're looking for something in a particular district, particular location, particular size.
Something big enough for 6 people.
And a dog. I wouldn't want to be renting that needs to be pet friendly. But no particular, district or anything. I mean, I would say the cheapest, but Just
We know
would-
land is at a premium, but as much of it as we can get, a nice sized lot would be preferable.
Something comfortable.
Give me a few days. I'll see what I can come up with. Except if
Appreciate it.
you're give me an idea of what you're looking to spend, what you're looking for location-wise, and I'll see what I can't drum up.
Kiesel
Uh,
will repeat the number value that we were told collectively. Whichever number we had talked
So-
about in that range. In that range,
So,
allegedly, not hard.
would you all want to set aside about 40% of what we've accumulated for this endeavor?
I was thinking around 5,000. That would be about that. I mean, a little bit more than 40%.
I can work with that.
I'd be fine with that.
What does real estate look like?
Do we need an agent?
DM.
I mean,
we have
like,
Honoria.
Dirt. Here on the, sorry, I'm just messing with you there, Mr. Yates. But I mean, it's gonna vary depending on. I mean, get you set up with something. We're probably not gonna get you anything super nice digs, but if you're looking for being open to a fixer-upper and put in some labor or fix it up over time, I'm sure we can find you something in that range.
Have a couple. We have some people who could. Some fixing.
I mean, a house truly isn't a home until you can paint the walls yourselves and really make it your own.
Would you suggest that we spend more? Is that, well, I mean, obviously spending more will get us more. That's a given. But is there a certain threshold by which you see a good turn?
Put it this way, if you're looking to buy something that's more in a finished capacity and good condition, those folks aren't usually looking to sell. We might have to, kind of grease the wheels a little bit, put a little pressure on them to find a new place to live. If you catch my drift.
Understood.
More money would perhaps give this a larger fixer-upper then.
Potentially. Things don't go well.
Well, let's save the same that we said before, about 5,000, and if necessary, we can set aside about 2,000 more and say that would be our comfort range for pushing the boundaries. How's that sound?
See what I can get put together.
I mean, I'll kind of turn back to the party. Do we have any money stashed with the Vahids, or maybe taking a loan? I really don't want to be in debt, but
I don't think we should take a loan for something like this.
No, we will
And
own
we
our
do still have a bit.
residence. We shall not be indebted to anyone.
We do still have a bit of money in their safe. Yes, correct.
Just technically, that is part of the money that just got distributed between you guys.
oh, I was hoping it's like lifting the couch and be like, "Are you sure there's no more quarters?" Like I'm
We
like,
left it in
"Damn,
the party inventory, so
God!"
There are no quarters. There are a couple quarters. There's 2 gold, 3 silver, and 3 copper.
Oh yeah, that'll really make a dent in that.
yeah.
Those are your quarters. But
Right around a little bit over 9,100 gold on you plus the gems.
It's the
Okay.
gems, yeah.
Oh yeah, we got wiggle room.
so Honoria, unless you have... Oh, we have one other piece of business that you might be interested in. We have found an individual on our travels that perhaps you might be able to find a home for. How would you describe? He'll turn to Salinas. How would you describe our new friend? I'm not the best with people, I guess.
I would describe. Really. I mean, no offense, but the bog standard con woman.
Any use for her?
All right. I'm sure I can probably find some work for her, either here in the casino or elsewhere in my dealings. Maybe put her to work with helping out with this real estate venture.
That'd be much appreciated.
No problem, my special friend.
Want to just give her a little bit of a help. But anyways, time for a drink?
Yeah, we can tell you all about this Wither Mother business, too.
Definitely. Can assume that we just word vomit the entire story of what happened to us.
So
over the
basically,
past several days.
Basically.
Yeah.
Here is a recapture of everything that happened from episode 2 through episode 25.
So we got there, and then everything was fine, and then we left town, and then we came back to town, and then there were zombies, and then we found these Fungal people, and then the town was dead, and then we went underground.
You gotta start
Now
sooner. We started on a ship called the Painted Eye.
Oh boy, we're gonna go all the way back.
Oh.
And then we got there, and then we met this guy, and then he tried to sabotage us, but then he got hired, and then I shouldn't have told you that part. And then
Salinas is going to very pointedly mention that the other group, the gang, that hired Brendel, there's something that started with an R. I can't find it in my notes right now.
The Reckoners.
Reckoners. He will very pointedly mention that Reckoners were trying to sabotage the delivery.
Yeah, so you enjoy a few drinks with Honoria. We will not recount the entire story of all those episodes.
so many hours.
Spend a good hour plus going over things, providing all that information as to everything that you've encountered and dealt with, and reach a conclusion where you feel like you've conveyed whatever information you have. You've gotten a few drinks in you, nice morning beers, and have that realization that, yeah, you were supposed to meet back up with Volt back at his house at some point in time, so. But
He didn't give
before
a
you depart,
date or a time.
true. Before you leave the Fool's Gathering Casino, we'll take our break.
Okay. Nice. Perfect.
Onward
So
to
we will
break.
take a quick little 5-minute break, thereabouts, and we'll be right back.
Just as I had asked Honoria about real estate, my fucking mom uses the key, gets in the door, and she's like, I got you some ice cream. I was like, you unlock my door from the outside to give me ice cream?
Happy 2 years, everyone.
Yep. It has.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically it's the 10th of April, but
Yeah.
Is that when we started
that was session
chatting? Is that
0.
Session 0.
okay? Yeah, I was gonna say I thought first actual play session was like the 24th, something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll be pretty close to that when we start season 2. So
Yeah, we will.
yeah, those of you watching, season 2 coming in 2 weeks.
Pew pew.
Mark your calendars. And I'll nicely say that I went into moderator mode on our stream, and I cannot figure out how to get out of moderator mode.
Ayo. I think if you go to settings, you can say switch to non-mod settings.
Can't
I think
even
that's how you do it.
settings anywhere. Moderator mode's weird looking.
It is. Well, I have
I don't
everything
think
through
I ever
OBS.
actually went in there, so
I will be back as well.
not important. So enjoy the tunage as we take our little break, and be back in a moment.
Funny thing about that, Sirenscape isn't connected through here, so I'm gonna add that real quick.
Oops. Has it not been going at all?
No. It's been going. I just don't have it on our break screen.
Oh, on that screen.
But
Yeah.
now everybody can hear our tunes.
Little gentle tavern music and the sound of casino winnings.
Everybody's kind of moving around. Appreciate everybody who came out to watch the stream, either live or on demand.
You doing the vamping?
Yeah, I'm doing the vamping.
Nice. Did you do the deletion?
The deletion of what?
The post that came in earlier?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was actually trying to figure out, and that's how I ended up in mod mode. So
Oh, because you were trying to look. You were trying to do the
I was
same
trying
thing?
to go and stop it, and then I got into mod mode just as you took care of it. So
Ah, okay. Yeah. I looked it up. On it.
So I'm already sowing the seeds for Jofridiger and Kiesel's Gold's Gym membership montage.
In the fighting pits? That would probably be a pretty troublesome duo.
Probably.
except for against ranged combatants dealing something other than dex save attacks.
If you're getting paralyzed every round, that's pretty dangerous too.
The only thing that scares you over here is psychics.
Mm-hmm.
Damn psychics. All right. Looks like we got everybody back, so
I'm so muted. There we go. Are you planning on having like a gym membership, Ernie?
Now we're just gonna run around the island and lift weights above our head. Or I guess below our head if we're going to be hanging upside down at an incline.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us through intermission, whether you're watching on demand or watching live. Back and for the second half of our tale. So, you folks say your goodbyes to Honoria, finish up your business with her, head back out onto the streets of Six Bells. Get rid of our casino sounds as head back out into the now late morning. Almost feels like a spring day outside. A slight chill has lowered the longer the day has gone on. The sun's baking the stone streets nicely and presenting a pretty pleasant atmosphere that, honestly, you don't remember the last time you felt that much warmth. Not during this campaign. Other than possibly the exception of when you were in Dreamland, but that's a whole nother tale. So, heading back down the street, heading out of the or through the Shadow District to head back to the Wave District, enjoying the decent weather, and just that thought of the oncoming spring and Honoria's comments about the upcoming Life Day, reminding each of you of celebrations past of this one holiday, the one holiday that is nearly universally celebrated around all of Winternacht. For all of you except Kiesel, this would probably be the first Life Day that you have spent away from your family. Kiesel, you probably have spent one more away since you were kicked out. I'm not sure how many years we decided that had been going on, so...
About a year since getting kicked out, but there was a couple days where I was in jail. There's no holidays in jail.
Yeah.
I think this might be my second one as well.
So yeah, with that realization, it makes it a little bit of a bittersweet thought of the memories of Life Days past. As you travel through the Shadow District, you pass just several different scenes of people working on getting their places spruced up, ready for the upcoming spring season, ready for a little bit more activity in the streets, shops cleaning up, people doing basically spring cleaning, hoping no more snowfalls coming to the island. Snowfall's not overly common on the island, but just in general hoping to avoid any more ice and snow as they try and get things cleaned up. You pass a goblin family cleaning the front of a shop, the father holding the young one atop his shoulders as the young one dusts the sign in front of the shop, casting off the cobwebs. Signs swinging slightly with the child's jostling, sending a subtle creak into the air. A little ways further down the street, you come across a group of elven farmers heading the opposite way, presumably back towards the Root District. All of them just in a pretty jovial mood as they tease each other. You catch offhand comments about relationships that they happen to be in, teasing about girls and boys that they have relationships with, and picking on each other. And as you make your way out of the Shadow District, as you reach the wall before you head into the Wave District, you catch sight of flyers kind of plastered along the city wall, dividing these two districts, advertising Life Day events. And continuing through, you pass into the Wave District and observe a conversation going on along the side of the road. Ornith female talking to a human female, having a nice pleasant conversation, a little bit on the louder end that you hear bits and pieces, and just general positive atmosphere, people being cordial with each other, people taking time out of their days to take care of needed work around their shops, conversing with each other, and just everybody seems to be in really good spirits around town.
You know, And I'm just gonna kind of huddle to where the center of the group is. And when I first stepped on this island, I think I remember telling Salinas or Alfred or somebody that, you know, you always want to keep your guard up because you never know how easy you'll find a knife to your back. But to be honest, fellas, this is maybe the most peaceful that I felt like it's been in a long time. Which is maybe a couple weeks goes by and it feels like an eternity, but
Well,
it's nice.
been out for quite a while, and before that, we were asleep. So it's a nice change.
Yeah, it really does feel nice to not have to worry so much about if someone's gonna stab us in the back.
And I mean, homeowners, I mean, we can all get our own spaces and, you know, definitely stretch our legs. I mean, I'm no painter, but I would definitely help paint people's rooms and, you know, decorate. Maybe throw some paintings, drawings. I'm not even going to think about what our collection as a hobby would go for, but, you know, just somewhere nice to really settle down. I mean, no more sleeping in shitty taverns or getting bamboozled by them, at least.
Didn't we just make a pact that we are going to stay in a tavern for like the next week, though?
Oh, that was a little ambiguous. I mean, I didn't say anything because, you know, I thought we still had a place to stay, but... which, speaking of, I mean, what point should we meet back at the home base? The VB, so to speak.
We should really just go there now.
Well, we still need to send a message, or at least notify.
Glinda.
Yes, I don't know why that name escaped me. Let Glenda know that she has an opportunity with Honoria.
Sounds like she doesn't
Well,
even.
I suppose. No.
I was just gonna say that it sounds like she can go down there without having to be worried about any secrets or anything. I feel
Yeah.
kind of bad that we talked up the fact that there was secret passages and things, and now Honoria seems to be doing quite well for herself. Although, I just want to name, not everything that she's doing seems completely legal, and we're kind of condoning it. Everybody was real friendly in that room, and I just.
Well, okay, Zedri, I'm not about to stand in someone's, I guess, den, so to speak, and tell them not how to do business.
No, I know.
More to the point, we knew that what she was doing wasn't strictly legal when we took a job from her. Why has that changed?
I mean, you know, if we want to talk about morals, it was just gambling. Now, if she was selling packadil organs to, you know, the sea elf people, or, you know, some sort of shady, you know, like human trafficking, I'm sure she would have met the end of one of our blades eventually. But gambling, you know, that's goofy.
I also understand that you and Salinas probably were a little more willing to complete the job since it was for information for your benefit. But moving forward, I mean, we all seem kind of working together for it.
I mean, I felt like this was a case that had maybe some leads we wouldn't have felt like we needed to go to Honoria, but I mean, to be honest, if everyone's more comfortable that way, we don't have to take necessarily morally ambiguous tasks from morally ambiguous individuals. As a collective, me and my own time, if I don't see you guys for 6 weeks, I might be doing something else, but I mean, as a collective with cooperation, you know, we don't have to get our hands so dirty.
Six Bell seems like it has a lot of people who do questionable activities, and I would say that if the fighting pit's reopened, then anybody who's thriving as a result of that probably has just publicly implicated themselves. But that being said, if they've been doing all of that all along, stopping them at this point could honestly hurt more people. So I don't condone it, but Turning a blind eye is something I might consider.
Peaceful will just think on that.
We're walking to the Varhid estate as we have this conversation, correct?
My understanding. I assuming you're having this conversation somewhere along the description of the things that I was
Cool.
saying you were seeing. So if
we're
anybody
actually-
had any particular wanted to like look into anything or check anything else out or something like that along the way, this would be the opportunity to do that. So
Do we need to stop by the docks back and talk to Glenda?
If she's still even there.
She did say that she was staying at a tavern nearby.
Yeah, it's that same one that everyone goes to. All the sailors.
The sleeping somethings, the something dreaming end, the something like that.
Wait a second.
Hold up.
No.
No, she can stay there. Sorry.
Okay.
dreamers.
I'm not going back in there, dog. I know what happens.
Well, good luck.
See in a dream.
Yeah, we'll take a detour to find her. At her supposed
Just
location.
give her directions. And you can just give her directions.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell her that
Salty
everything's
Phoenix.
Salty
That was
Phoenix.
salty. We'll tell her that everything's changed a little bit since we got here. All right, but then we will head to the Varhid estate.
Okay. Yeah, you find your way back to the Salty Phoenix, find Glinda. She's making lots of friends, having a good time. You gave her enough gold that she could buy a round for people, so she's made a lot of friends.
I'm glad she's reinvesting in the community.
Yeah.
Stimulating the economy.
Share the wealth.
Yeah, we'll just quickly stop and does anyone want to talk to her in particular?
Yeah, if
say,
you just
like,
want to pass along the information, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pass along the information. Glinda takes that gladly and says she'll make contact with Honoria, but is thoroughly engaged with her new friends she's made, so she stays at the tavern for the time being. You guys head back to House Varhid, back towards the outer wall of the Wave District. And as you approach, observe there's a lot of activity outside this place as well. Different activity than what you found at Honoria's little shack. There's a lot of people coming and going from your past experience, but it's been a fairly typically quiet abode. As you reach the doors about the same time as a human male and a fairy female go walking in. It's probably the first time you guys have actually been around a fairy character at this point in time.
Oh, I think so.
They're about the same size as halflings, but then with wings on their back. Pointed ears like elven ears. Aside from that, look like just any other folk. Small size. As you are able to kind of like sneak your way in, as being there is people are just walking through the door. Nobody's waiting for Eunice to come to the door. And just kind of tag along, drift in behind this pair, and they don't seem to pay you any mind, and nobody seems to question you as you walk in the door. Entering the estate, you find that it's very busy inside as well. You count roughly 12 individuals inside this greeting room where all the stairwells are to go upstairs. And they are all doing various different activities. They're not like all gathered around the same area. Some people are going and putting things in crates. People are going and having conversations, checking things off of pieces of paper, presumably some sort of manifest. And you don't recognize anybody, but after a few moments of looking around, you do catch sight of Eunice rushing towards the stairs, heading upstairs.
Didri will try to grab her attention, and like rush up to her. Eunice, what exactly is going on in here? Hi, by the way, we're back.
And with all the
doing?
commotion she doesn't immediately respond to you. She just keeps on going. Not sure whether she heard you or what the deal is.
Citri's just gonna turn back a little frustrated towards the others. She like absolutely ignored me.
I mean, she's absolutely ignored me, so I don't know if I take it that personally, but they seem really busy. Something on fire.
Yuffer is gonna clear his throat and step up and very not loud, but like
Very direct.
clearly. Yeah, he's gonna call for Eunice, or like, I mean, she's obviously right there still, but
Yeah, she's like a steps up the stairwell at this point, but not very far away. 20 feet, maybe. And she like stops, almost drops the stuff that she's carrying. She seems to have like this large bundle about 1.5 feet tall of just random odds and ends she's carrying up the stairs. She looks back.
I don't mean to startle you. We're just confused. What's going on here?
I have too many things to do. I'm busy. I'll find Vault. Send him out.
Thank you.
You're left to look over this room of individuals doing all these different activities. Clearly, it's packing, not unpacking of things that is going on, and everybody seems to be in a rush. A couple more people come in, a couple people leave with crates in hand, and anybody who's really kind of just left without really much idea of what is going on.
Are there individuals like you said that some of them had like manifests? Are they like sharing it between one another?
Most of it's like, you see one person holding some sort of a pad or something, and then is like marking things on it while he's overseeing other things being done. Not sure whether it's like keeping track of an inventory of things that are being packed up, or whether he's like checking on different activities being done.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we wait for Vault.
Okay. You notice a group of individuals start to like gather up these crates and start moving towards the door, and just kind of trying to see where everybody's going, caught up in that sight and the confusion of what's going on. And as you're watching all this going on, Kiesel, you feel a tug at your shirt, looking down to see Vault standing there with a rather distressed look on his face.
Master Vault, what seems to be going on here?
Oh, there he is.
Yes, greetings, friends. Trust your business with Honoria went smoothly.
Swimmingly. Well,
Good. Good.
Hung out for a little bit, caught her up to speed on some things. Got what we needed, most importantly. Could we be any assistance to you, though?
What's going on here, Volt?
Preparing for voyage. My father's got expedition. That's kind of a rush deal. Kind of lucky showed up when we did.
Well, I mean, a voyage. Are you coming back? All this moving implies.
I mean, I'm not going anywhere. My I'm supposed to kind of like hold down the fort, do things. I'm sure everything's good. Everything will be fine. He's lacks the bold confidence of typical Vault.
Oh, I suppose you'll be head of the Varheed estate then. At least for the time being.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you'll have Brendel with you at least, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I sent him home, seen his family all this time.
Right, right.
Good for him to get back to them. Yeah, yeah. Thought it'd probably be best.
Are your siblings going too, or is it's just your folks?
Yeah. Mother and father. They're going. Little sister, she's gonna go along. Maybe. They haven't decided on that. It's kind of all come up as a rush.
Is Eunice going?
Yeah. I think so. I'm sorry, it's a little bit much to kind of follow along with and get on.
Keisha will kind of kneel down and get to his height. From what you know, does this have to do with Jayla's house?
Oh, no, nothing with the Stone Rams.
Okay. Just because I know that was very serious business, and it seems to have you shaken quite a bit, so.
Looks around the room, takes in that eye perception score. Just been a situation. He kind of goes a little bit more hushed. I think it'd probably be best, make this quick. I'm supposed to let you know that I have obligations here, and I'm not going to be able to be around you as much.
Oh.
Hey. He looks to you, Zedri.
That's fine.
And pick up that he's holding back, and you give it, any of you can do an insight, or
I will do an insight.
Oh gosh, darn it. Okay.
Yeah, if we're using it, kneel down and put a hand on his shoulder and be like, "You're
Oh,
not
it
having
was
to
almost
swing
a
your
20.
almost
thumb.
at 20.
It was
Family
almost that 20.
always comes first."
Thank you, my big friend. Need to hear that. Yeah, Kiesel and Selena, Zedri, no, you're not one. Yeah,
Just
everything's good. It's all great. Kiesel and Salinas, you both pick up that something's happened, something has significantly changed, and things are not okay. Things are not normal.
Oh, what the hell? I just want to see what the number's gonna be.
Hold.
Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah, you pick that up too.
Well, as
Tell.
someone that understands the obligations that you might be under and the pressure that you might feel, I would say to just trust yourself, because your hands are the things that are going to guide you to what you need to do. And the things that you can do, they're great things, Vault. Trust in yourself. The only way that you're going to be able to do this is if you understand that you're going to find the way. You're very you're very perceptive, Vault. I know you'll be able to find something.
Alright, that's very nice sentiment. Won't tell us what's actually going on?
Selena's sometimes a man just has to go down a road and he doesn't have to explain himself.
Motions for you all to like maybe step out on the front step out of the building.
Do so.
Follow.
Like I said, I think probably better make this quick before my father sees that you're all here. So I don't remember me mentioning my brother, older brother, Fosco.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his ship gone missing, and there's reports of it having sunk in the northern part of the Sea of Kings, and my father's leading an expedition to go try and locate it and try and find him and everything and bring him home. And so that kind of puts me in a position that they need me to run things here, and that's not really something I was planning on ever being in a position to do. But it doesn't sound good, and I'm not really feeling that really well right now. But I'm gonna do what I need to do and do what I need to do to fulfill my duty to my family. Like you said, that's gotta come first, and gotta prepare those obligations. My father kind of lashed out a little bit. Was not very happy to have me walking in the door after all this is going on. They were quite concerned that maybe the similar fate had befallen me. No, gladly, we're all okay. But I kind of becoming a little bit more protective and defending of the family, that he's a little bit more shy about me going and getting myself into these kind of dangerous situations. And kind of place some blame with the rest of you for luring me out onto the adventurous path. And he's misguided. I'm just choosing to work with him on it right now, because that's really, I think it's just the pain and the fear of what's going on. It's making him lash out this way. But I've been ordered specifically to ask that you find probably another place to stay. And probably be best if we probably don't talk for a while. But I'm sure it's just temporary. Things will all cool off. Hopefully my brother's fine. This is all a misunderstanding, and everything will be okay.
I appreciate you being honest with us, Vault. Yeah, if you just want to have your father just rip up the contract that we drafted, if you shouldn't be with all of us, because we got you in a situation a little too similar to your brother, maybe distance is the best thing that we can provide right now.
I completely, I don't agree with him, and you guys didn't do anything to me to put me in a bad place or anything like that I didn't choose to go on. And honestly, we all know where we met, and what we met doing had nothing to do with you lot. And my father doesn't 100% understand everything that happened with the whole Dreamer stuff. Not 100% convinced that all that is real, and not that I wasn't getting into some trouble with other things. And he's kind of just given a pretty bad rap to all the decisions I've been making as of lately, between everything from Miss Stoneram and to the tavern to going off to Baral, and I think it's just fear. I think it's just he's worried about losing his last son. I hope I'm not his last son, but it'll all clear up. I'm sure it'll all be fine, and then we can. I look forward to that day. We'll get back together, and everything will be good. And you guys can tell me about all the great adventures you've had without me.
And you know that you can still count on us.
That's appreciated. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, Salinas, but I do think of you all as friends.
Well, what the other said still stands, and family comes first, so if you need to appease your father, then so be it. But you have literally all of our names and where we're from,
Oh yeah.
so I'm pretty sure
Gives
you're
us
gonna,
smirk to Zidri.
you're gonna easily be able to find us if you need to get in contact. And Zidri will like put out a hand for a handshake, keep it professional.
If there's anything that House Varheed is good for, it is if you need something found, we will find it. So I know I will always be able to find you. As he heartily shakes your hand. The least I could do is, I feel awful about all this. I want you all to keep my cut of the stuff we got from Baral. I mean, I don't need it. I feel awful that you guys are now hard up without a place to stay and kind of stuck here, and just I feel awful about it. My dad doesn't need to know anything about this, and that there was ever any money involved or anything like that. Just you guys keep that. And you still have the chest and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we lost that.
I mean, I guess if you lost it, I mean, if
Zedri will hold out the bag of holding. I mean, if it... Listen, I was talking about turning a blind eye to stuff earlier today, but I didn't realize it was going to be utilized so fast. So...
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's already been done, or maybe we should start looking through the streets, but if we could maybe go through the rooms and just do one I just want to make sure we've gotten everything that we need.
You leave something here?
I don't know, did we? That's why you should double check.
I don't leave anything
you double
anywhere.
checked twice. You double checked twice before we got on the boat.
I mean, I can go do a quick search if you want. I think it'd probably be best that you not go inside.
I wouldn't rather want to face the short end of a rapier or a crossbow or anything like that.
Yeah, Eunice is fiercely loyal to Father, so I think probably be best not to cross her, and she is a wicked shot with a crossbow.
Oh, that
Tell
explains
me everything I know.
That explains a little bit.
Yeah, if you want to go searching.
Just a moment. I'll go check quick. I'm sure if she found anything, it's either probably gone or I'll be able to locate where she put it rather quickly. He will dash on in and go make a quick look through and be back after a few minutes.
Personally, that was me being like, damn, did I forget anything?
You're putting it on the TM to track it. Oh no.
I'm like, no, I'm just like, damn, like, should I bring my blanket? Was it, did I leave anything here? Gameplay, like, out of probably not, but Keith would have been like, damn, can I go through the room one more time? Yeah, before you leave a hotel or a timeshare, you got to double, triple, quadruple check.
And then
He
still
comes
leave
out
something
with
behind.
And still,
Fuck, that was
one
my
article
charger.
of clothing, a set of undergarments, like the big, long, one-piece underwear.
like the
I don't know if
sleepy.
this belongs to any one of you. Looks a bit big for myself.
No, that's definitely Kiesel's. Yeah, you're right.
Oh man, we spent
you- Do you have any companions?
no, we just spent so much rope. Actually, I'll take this and see if we can use this for later, and I'll shove this like to the side.
All right. Well, I
Terribly
guess
sorry about all this.
Don't worry
no,
about it.
no, don't worry. I guess we should be going.
Will you be staying in town long? We really hadn't made plans before we landed.
We were maybe hoping to stretch our legs a little bit and have a couple nights under our belt, but I mean, housing wouldn't be a problem. Actually, looking at some maybe soon-to-be real estate owners, but Honoria has actually opened up an inn in the upstairs. So if anything, that's probably where we'd be staying.
Yeah, she's actually gone legit for the most part, at least. It seems things have changed here in terms of how things work in the city. No secret passage or codes to get into the casino.
It was good for her. Not so sure I care too much for that, but yeah, that'd make it easy to track you down. I will make sure that if I need to get anything to you, if I find any further odds and ends, Kiesel, I will make sure they are sent over right away.
Because if I need anything found or sent, how's Vahid?
Big smile as much as he can before it just like breaks pretty quickly. He's clearly under a lot of stress.
No,
Yeah.
buddy. Poor buddy, pal.
Suppose before anybody says anything or word gets back to Father, best saying goodbye.
Yeah.
For now.
For
Yes.
now, yeah.
Right.
Of course, it's not a goodbye. It's a see you next time.
I was worried for a second. I mean, you are one of the like founding families of Six Bells, and it wouldn't make much sense if you were just like up and moving. So, you're still gonna be around.
Hopefully, for a good long while.
Zedra will be the first to turn away. Start walking down the path out to the gate.
Kiesel will give a handshake, turn it into a half hug, and then give him one last smack on the back.
He'll go through that process with anybody who greets him as such. And then kind of just like slowly kind of slink back towards the door as you guys start to turn to leave. And just give you a light wave for farewell from the door as you walk away. We say goodbye to Voltavius.
Not the old captain, my captain.
As you head back out into the streets of Six Bells, where do you head off to? Back to the casino? Got other business to go to in particular?
I mean, set up at the inn, if that's where we're going to be staying, is probably not a bad option. And then, yeah, I think we have some things we can take care of.
Yeah.
So heading back to the inn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You head back out of the Wave District. Again, noticing these nice, polite scenes, pleasant scenes out in the city streets as wouldn't say it completely changes the opinion of it. Six Bells is still a fairly dirty and difficult city, which most cities are in this age. It's just hard for them to not be. There's a good amount of poverty, but you just see that even people from all walks of life that you come across as you're walking through just kind of have at least a little bit more jump in their step, a little bit more positivity, less altercations on the side of the street, and more camaraderie and positive natures between everybody. Again, passing into the Shadow District on this side of the wall, also notice these posters advertising all these different Life Day activities. Able to put together as to, let's see, all of you guys give me survival checks. Just regular survival checks.
Oh,
How well you know
survival.
what day of the year it is. Damn, look at those.
Oh,
pretty good, I guess.
Oh,
Oh no!
we got a big old
Nice one,
donut hole.
Zero.
Ooh.
All right, Alfred, no frickin' clue. It is winter.
It's winter.
That's all you know. Might be spring.
I
The
just
rest
know when
of
the
you,
food comes.
And even
sun
then,
goes
maybe
down,
not.
it's night. It's another day. The rest of you are all able to clock that, counting the days, figuring out how many days you were gone and stuff, that this is now the 52nd day of Dunkmon. So you are 8 days away from the end of the year, and Life Day, which celebrates the beginning of the year and the beginning of the spring season or the spring month in Witternacht. So have a rough idea that you have 8 days before those festivities will come around, if you so choose to stick around for those, or if you choose to move on and do other things. Checking out the posters, and since nobody's giving me a perception, wanting to ask a perception check to read what's on the poster, I'll just tell you what's on the
Can
poster.
I roll a perception check to look at the posters?
No, I want to roll a perception check to see what's on the posters.
I was waiting for you to stop explaining everything.
It could be an investigation check.
So a closer inspection of the poster will reveal an advertisement for arena games being held in celebration of Life Day. And specifically is in big letters, the death match states that there is a purse of 1,500 gold pieces to be paid to the winning team, with a 100 gold piece per team member entry fee. So bigger team costs you more to enter, but this is coming up, and no further description is provided on the board, but seems to be where there's a lot of these posted on the wall, so they are promoting this quite heavily.
Well, 500 from us. We lose 500. We gain 15.
That's 200 gold profits each.
So we're really only 200 gold. Is that before losing the 100? It's really like 100 gold.
Yes.
It's 100.
Oh no, it's after losing the
No,
100.
that's it's
it's
200
$200
gold profit.
200 gold.
So it's a 300 gold profit, but really, it's a 200. Is this tax free? Do we have to report this? I know it's the end of
I
the
don't.
year.
I if I'm being completely honest, if they have arena games, I think taxes are the last thing on their mind right now.
I've
Well,
never reported my income anyways.
Honestly, more than anything else, I think that we deserve an easy win, right? We've been fighting horror. We've been fighting horrors. We've been
This-
fighting horrors from the abyss.
this
right?
will be-
This should be fun.
This would be the most unfun thing for them to watch because we would make it such an easy win. I don't see why not. It would be free 200 gold for all of us, and that's a bigger down payment on a piece of real estate. So, outside of getting to hit people, the economist in me says we should probably do it. And Kiesel will just turn around with a grin on his face.
What day is it? It's not today, is it?
Well, I mean, we could just go down and check it out. I mean, hopefully it wasn't yesterday.
No, it's a week from now.
What is the date on it? Yeah, is it
specifically says it's for the Life Day event.
Oh,
When's Life Day?
9
8
days
days.
away. Well,
8 days.
yeah, 8.
8?
So it's a week. Oh damn.
Well, it gives us time to prepare and whatnot.
I mean, we could do this in an hour, but I mean, if you all want to maybe lift some weights, do a little bit more conditioning, I don't know how much else we really need to. But
I hate to put this forward, but is nobody planning on going home for Life Day?
I don't know if I can make it home for Life Day. That's a bit of a trip.
I'll kind of turn to Zedri and be like, if I could go home, I wouldn't necessarily be here.
Right. Yes.
If you and Alfred want to go home for Life Day, we'll not hold it against you.
That would just make our win a little bit more earned and less easy, but still.
No, I think I'll be okay. I need to spend some time away from home.
Is this your first celebration away from home?
Yeah, it is actually. It's usually a pretty big thing in Eagle Fall where there's like giant bonfires and lots of fish and potatoes and all sorts of things and but yeah, no, it is my first time, I guess. I didn't think about it.
We do
Well-
bonfires in Ashmain too. You do like
Oh, really?
the colored powders and stuff, and make it like change different colors.
Yeah, and we have the Artificers Guild that does a giant fireworks display. It's actually quite something to behold. The finale is a giant set that blows into an image of Infernus. It's quite wonderful.
Well, in that case, we might have to give all of you a proper Okarian Baralian Life Day.
Does it involve drinking? Because that's usually what I was a little bit more used to.
Yeah,
That's common at our celebrations.
Yeah, I mean, drinking. Everyone drinks. Oh God, there was a couple of years ago that I had something that one of my uncles had made, and I don't think that he actually fermented it right. I think I was sick for like 3 weeks.
Oh, what a way to bring in the new year.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. None of the fire masters are allowed to drink, just because it causes a bit of issue when you're trying to control live flames. But I will happily watch, and I will lead anyone back to their room who needs it.
Yeah, I'm not much of a drinker myself, so I'd be happy to help out, Cedric.
You know, it's actually my first away from home as well. There'll be a lot I'll be missing from home.
What do we need for the celebration? There's drinking. Anything else that you did?
Yeah, what do they
Oh.
do in Torslin?
We have a lot of fighting as well. We do strength competitions, there's swimming, endurance, and things like that. Different feats of your abilities.
Oh yeah?
Well, it sounds like we might have to do this competition then.
Yeah, it seems tradition.
Well, I suppose the closest thing we have so far is this fighting pit thing going on.
I mean,
Not too
Actually-
similar.
I would hate to be culturally insensitive to one of our most valued members here. I mean, like everyone says, we might have to participate.
And we're supporting local business.
Cecil, did you have any sort of traditions?
Oh, I mean, not really. We'd keep it quiet, and it was a quaint few days until I got to the academy, where I was introduced to malts and rye and different sorts of beverages. But I mean, normally I just grab a drink in my more adult years. It's been a while since I've had an excuse to really properly celebrate.
Salinas, anything
Oh.
you did?
Right. I'd imagine that life on the road, it would be quite extravagant for Life Day, right?
Well, there's not really a little bit hard to carry a lot of materials with you when you living on the road. Sort of hard to do without a family, though. Happy to with your guys's.
Well, if you think of anything, it seems like supporting business is on everybody's mind, so we definitely have access to materials here in Six Bells.
But given that this is about a week away, I mean, that's 6 days of what?
Planning, preparation, making a decision on what our next move is.
Does anybody want to
mean-
go shopping with the money that we got, or are we maybe looking to pinch the purse a little?
Well,
I
it's-
think perhaps if we purchased any real estate, that might be the first thing to see how much money we have left.
Yeah,
Or
housing
if you-
would be on the top of the list there.
Or a few other errands to look into here. I'm sure everyone else has things they need to get done.
I'm probably.
Yeah, I need. Oh, go ahead.
You go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, I need to stop by the temple, and I have some projects that I'm working on as well.
I was probably going to stop by the Adventurers Guild, maybe see if there's little small stuff. We're supposed to be getting our name out there a little bit more. I mean, we did present ourselves as Cybil Spear.
It's true.
You know, I was thinking about maybe going to the library. Just
I will definitely be going there.
do some reading.
Drew, you've been keeping accounts of what we've been up to, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps at the Adventurers Guild would be a good place to post it, or I don't know if there's like a way to publish a work, but I don't know if getting our story out there would help our name.
I don't know about that. Zedry's face goes
Story
like
of
immediately
Sybil
red.
The extinction of Maidenthorn.
Right. So what I write down is maybe a little more like personal accounts in order to make like a non-biased kind of report of what we've been up to.
I
would
mean,
need-
Right, that's perfect.
Well, I mean, no, but that's good if you're working for like a government sort of agency or some sort of fact keeping. But I mean, if we're thinking about maybe entertaining people, I mean, we can surely find somebody who'd be willing to. I mean, even I could write up if you just let me take a look at what you have. I could write up a little bit more of a fictional account of what happened. You know, the legends and adventures of those involved with the idealist troop known as or something, you know.
That's way too long. First thing is we have to cut down the title. We have a group name.
Yeah,
So
but
if we're
what would
just writing
So
down,
then what would you suggest the fantasy name of our adventures to be?
Well, I mean, it is too long. It sounds like a light novel from some like eastern province.
super simple, easy, cut down. Tale of Cybil Spear.
But even that's long. Super simple, easy. I mean, why the alliteration with the S's?
No, not the super simple. No, just the Tales of Cybil Spear.
Oh, okay. Well, see, he's already got a good title going on. Add a couple of things that may or may not have happened. Maybe add in the narrator. Use a pen name and make the narration a little unreliable, so it keeps the reader interested in maybe do more non-fiction things. See,
If it's our adventurers group, they would obviously know who it was. Last time I tried to write down somebody's fantastical journeys, it was Urkon. And I'll tell you what, right now, I'm pretty sure 50% of that was at least a lie. It was
yeah,
heavily
okay,
embellished.
I think
would
that's an
agree.
understatement.
I would agree, not to talk ill about the deceased, but I do agree that maybe embellishments would do us harm. But that guy didn't really lead the most interesting life, not compared to the rest of us.
Like, Lisa, I didn't know that you wrote.
Kiesel's face will also go immediately red. Yeah, it's just it's not really writing, and it's more of keeping a journal. Facts, sort of things, details, some sketches.
Sketches.
I'll look down. Alfred deep into the soul. It's a lot of poetry.
How do you write poetry?
I don't know. It's like a 358, 353, 653. I don't know. It's like free form. Like if you got a bunch of horned instruments and maybe like a piano together, and they all just played a bunch of notes. It's kind of like that.
Uh-huh. Maybe while you're at the library, pick me up a book on poetry. I'd be interested to see what you're getting at.
Sure.
I'll coordinate with you about some illustrations for the book too.
There we go. There we go.
See, maybe this wasn't such a bad idea.
So in order to get to this Fool's Rest Tavern, do we need to go back in through the, I think it was Warts and Bile, the shop? Or do we go, it's all above ground, like entrance?
Yeah, it's all above ground for the inn, so you wouldn't need to go back in there. You just go down the road a little bit further and you find it.
Nice.
It's also under renovations and stuff like that they're trying to. Basically, the whole complex is under renovations in an attempt to have it ready by the big city celebration to capitalize on people coming in to celebrate.
She's changing her houses into hotels on Boardwalk and Park Place. I see.
Exactly. Yeah. She passed go and collected 200 gold pieces.
Well, if y'all would like to head towards the inn, I need to stop at the postmaster and drop off a few things and see if there's anything to pick up. I can
Well,
meet
I
y'all
would
there.
be. I'll come with you over there. I need to stop by there as well.
All right,
Happy to keep you company.
that'll work. Anybody else?
No, I have a few more things that I need to get done as well, so...
Oh,
But-
well, then maybe if this would be a good time to maybe splinter, run some errands, and then meet back at the place.
That
Wanna
sounds
do
good.
at the inn.
Yeah,
Grab some
say
food later.
for dinner, probably.
Sounds like a plan.
All separate off into going to your different places. Harbor Master for picking up mail. A couple different destinations that you each all have. And, yeah, you head off to these locations as we conclude this session.
All right.
We'll come back in 2 weeks for Life Day.
Stronger,
Yeah.
better,
Yeah.
well read, more written about,
Littered
Ooh.
and literatured.
litter and airied.
Yeah.
Level 9?
Too far.
Too much,
Hey.
too much.
We had a cohesive gameplay after 4 weeks. That's a level up right there.
Buy the
Yep.
story of Cybil Spears on www.
that was our what's it called? I forget. Never mind. Joke's not funny anymore.
One day someone's gonna have to go back and watch every single episode that we have on YouTube and just write a novel about it.
Ooh. Long novel.
Actually, be Sentry.
Yeah.
You gotta go back and start 50 episodes before that. That's not on YouTube, so...
Just take Zedri's notes and put them
true.
all in one book. We'll be good.
Listen, once again, some of them are very personalized. But
Hey, it's the eyewitness account of Zedry Cicatrius.
very true.
There you go.
I need to retroactively take all my levels in Bard, please.
Yeah.
Respec.
Respec.
Alright, folks. Roll MVRP.
Nice.
All down to Alfred. Oh,
Right.
we got a rollie out of it.
Ooh.
God damn it, doesn't.
Oh, now I get these high rolls.
Right?
Yeah, right when it's more detrimental to you.
All right, looks like Jeff, you are up first.
All right, so favorite moment I'd probably
This is MVRP.
MVRP, yeah, right. MVRP, I would have to go with I'm gonna go with Kiesel. He just seemed to put a lot forward, especially when we were meeting back up with Vault, and he seemed really genuine with his feelings as his character. So
Salinas.
I'm going to go with I'm gonna go with Alfred. I think Alfred was just a very nice calming presence, comic relief. Appreciate that on a more chill episode like this.
Kiesel.
I would give it to Alfred as well, only because I felt like there was a lot of charge that was taken. There was some of the meandering that was brought up by his character. Kind of taking that chip on the shoulder of Mr. Yites back to Six Bells with him.
Speaking of Alfred.
Oh, right back at Kiesel for Mr. Gold's gym, and also like between having like funny moments like that and also like the serious moment of like really coming into the closing with Vault. Always a fun time with Kiesel.
And Zedric.
My vote would be Kiesel as well. I always love whenever we go to see Honoria or there's some sort of line there because Kiesel getting to kind of like lead us in and everything. But yeah, I did really appreciate the like open honesty that was there when Vault was involved.
Move to questions, and it looks like Kiesel, you're up first, unless you're gonna defer to Alfred.
No defer, but I guess it's, and I might have a feeling that everybody might be in the same boat as just like, where do we take this? Me and Salinas have a lead to the other side of the world, but so do other people have with other things. And I mean, I have no doubt that these things are going to be interconnected. Also, house, maybe someday, hopefully in this economy. And then the whole life day thing. It'll be really exciting to come in and kind of get to experience from the character's perspective a little bit of R&R, a little bit of looseness to it. So just a lot of general questions in the air also with what Honoria said. But I'm going to chew on that a little bit more. That's less of an immediate thing right now. I think Kiesel's more just kind of like, cool, we got what we needed. I want to take my boots off.
Alfred.
Yeah, D&D fulfilling the life goal of owning a house. Are we going to do it? No, I mean on a personal note, just like figuring out what we're gonna do going, or what Alfred's doing going forward, working on projects and whatnot. What sort of progress has been happening, and thinking about sending out a letter to see what the situation is back home.
Is it me?
It is you.
Oh, okay. It was
You rolled
just.
a 9.
I know, but it was silence. I was like. So questions. I'm sorry, but the Dead Foxes Rebellion group kind of stuck because that's a very like intense name. But I just got thinking about all the different kind of like political climates of all of the areas that we're from. Because I mean, there was the supposed war that Alfred's sister had gone off to. All of these things that are going on outside of Ocaria. So kind of opening up an understanding of maybe what's going on, especially if it's kind of under the surface.
Yeah, like what's changing here just in 6 spells?
Yeah.
Since we've been gone.
Since you've been gone. God damn it.
Yeah.
Between what's going on, and that you've been gone. How many more songs can we get before the end of questions here? Salinas, your turn.
Or we get muted for copyright.
Keep it under 30 seconds. We're good. It's our own rendition. We're safe anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got, Conrad?
What is this next lead going to take us? What new information, and what new information can I find from the feelers I've sent out, and how that can pair with what Honoria has given us, and to give us our next step, or our own personal investigation. And what is with Walt's family? That's definitely on his mind. Is like a lot of things been going on in the ocean. There's another shipwreck. There's the pirates out and about that we've been dealing with, reapers. So there's something deeper here that we haven't figured out yet.
Go for it, dear. You went from first to last.
Yeah, big change there. I'm definitely more interested on the Life Faith thing, on how Cybil celebrates, and learning more on how everyone else celebrates it. I think that'll be really interesting to see. And also a question that I meant to ask earlier: the Sea of Kings goes all the way up to the top of the map, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that'll be part of the letter then, probably too. So yeah, that's it for
Kings kind of goes. There's an informal line, basically, like you have with any ocean meeting up with another ocean. So you have the Slaver Sea, that is what's north of Torsland,
gotcha.
and then Sea of Kings is basically like a diagonal from Old Moral, or Moral, all the way over to Ishnar, is like the top of the Sea of Kings.
Okay.
With all these
All right,
ships,
A game there.
What was Dustin gonna
We're-
ask first?
Oh yeah,
oh no, I was just gonna. It's just a pondering question. Like with all these ships going down, how does anyone own a boat these days?
Very carefully.
Insurance.
Not apparently. What insurance?
Life insurance.
Like day insurance?
Dude, the life insurance industry is bankrolling. I was like, yes, sailors, come, you want our policies.
So this is favorite moment, correct?
yes.
Perfect. Getting to go around and see what everybody's Life Day celebrations were. Oh my gosh, I loved that. That was really nice to see how we could kind of graft them all together.
Alfred, were you second? Oh no, not on the first one. I thought maybe you were second on every single one tonight.
Oh no, that'd be weird. Yeah, I think it was meeting with Honoria. I think it was a lot of fun. Just like part of my MVRP for Kiesel was also seeing him like Alfred's like going to knock on the door and he's like, oh, like very politely like you do you, and Kiesel's just like stepping forward, barging in like, hey, how's it going? We're going through. Just like you bring such a good energy. Like it just set the mood for the entire conversation as well. It didn't feel so so stuffy.
I would probably have to say the goodbye moment with Vault. I mean, you just did it. I planned it out so well, and I think it was definitely needed for everybody here. So
Yeah, Silver, you got me to tear up.
close.
Kiesel.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotional stuff, but I liked how Kiesel bribed his way, even though I probably didn't have to, with Tony. Just the whole, like, everyone's freaking out about it. And I'm like, all right, let me find the head dork and give him some lunch money and just try to get in. I liked and I think I mentioned this before, but I like how the world keeps moving when we're not present. Things happen, and the Varhita estate has tragedy that has one character stepping aside. Honoria between going legit, and I still think the gambling business is popping off because she may have bought a politician or two. She's now able to front more. Life Day coming up. Like I said, it's just nice to see that the world does not revolve around us as much as the game does.
Selena.
I think my favorite moment was Honoria being like, "Yeah, you want me to go like extort some people and get them to like move so you can buy their house? Yeah, I'll do that for you. No problem."
You mean to break
Such
some
a
legs?
homie. That's
Yeah.
how she's a real MVP.
Yeah, she's a real homie.
Although
Right.
it's store for your house, it's all good. I got you.
Yeah.
Hey man, as long as it's not my house.
Some people don't want to give it up, but we just make it happen at that point. Maybe we
Give
get
them a little encouragement.
put them on the
We grease
streets.
the wheels.
Wait, you mean Honoria just didn't buy the other people a house too? Wait, hold on.
Are we the bad guys?
No.
No.
All right, that'll wrap everything for season 1, which I'm retroactively going with book 1. With books and chapters going forward. So, book 2, chapter 1, coming in 2 weeks. We'll be back. We'll be off next week in preparation, and also because I will be gone for Easter holiday, closer to Conrad, to that end of the country. So, go hang out with you Eastern time zone folks for a little bit.
Nice.
And yeah, but we'll be back in a couple weeks. If you're watching this, tell your friends, bring people back. It'll be a nice start point, nice entry point for people coming in. We'll have a little bit of recap of everything that has come before at the beginning of that session, and you won't be completely lost having not watched season 1. Come in, watch season 2, and then be excited to go watch season 1.
We're coming out with
So-
some punches.
Bye
Yeah, we'll have
bye.
some more new fun stuff. Like, I believe the stat block things looked nice tonight. It was good
I think so
on the
too.
stream. So, hope you all have enjoyed your time with us, and thank you again for spending your time with us, whether live or on demand. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing more of you in the future. And yeah, again, check out the past videos on YouTube and check out the Discord if you would like. We'd be
Do
happy
it.
to meet any of you. So, till next time.
See y'all for Life Day.
Bye everybody.
Life Day.
Life
Happy
day.
Life Day.